Hey, everybody, welcome to the America Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just a conversation between me and my viewers. You can ask whatever question you want to ask, suggest whatever topic you want to suggest. You can put it in the live chat. Make sure to put at the Yankee Marshal in front of it. If you're here live, send me an email to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com. It's written right there. Or if you want to donate to the Pets and Vets Fund and other programs we run, you can use the Phil Tithe P&V Super Chat Henry Axe giveaway link at the top of the chat there. That way we actually get to keep the money, unlike super chats through YouTube. So if you want to actually help the programs, use that one. And if you want to donate enough to get entries into the drawings, $5 gets you in the silver bullet drawing, $10 gets you 3 silver bullet drawings, and 1 double super secret Henry 410 axe entry. So feel free to go over and do that. And remember, ask whatever question you want, suggest whatever topic you want. I will do my best to answer all of them. Don't got to be gun related. If you ask something technical and I don't know the answer, pay attention to the live chat. Someone in there will know, and they will have no problem letting you know they know. So pay attention and participate, build a sense of community. I always like to start by reading the names of anyone who's bought merchandise over the last 24 hours, and we actually got one, just came in a minute ago. It was Patrick Pleasant, and he bought himself a Come On Man t-shirt. That's the one with the werewolf hiding behind the tree, and the guy's reloading his silver bullets as the werewolf's hiding behind the tree. Come on, man. Stop it. I was just joshing. I wasn't really going to eat you. He was really going to eat you. Excuse me, he just changed his mind when he found out you had silver bullets. I saw a clip on something last night. It was, I don't remember what it was from, but some woman was in a hallway and she was being attacked by a werewolf and her boyfriend ran off. And then this nerdy guy who's got a crush on her comes running over and jumps on the werewolf back and bites him. And the werewolf starts to smoke and froth at the mouth and scream and flings the kid off and runs away. And it's because the kid had silver caps on his teeth. So I was like, yeah, see, someone's paying attention. They know the rules. But as I was saying, thanks to Patrick Pleasant for buying some merch. If you want to buy some merch like Space Force or any other stuff we have, go on over to my website, tympistolproject.com. There's links over there where you can go to my Shopify, buy merchandise, which I draw the designs myself. They're not clip art, so you get a little piece of my work when you go over there, a little piece of me. So go on over and get yourself a piece. Also over there, you can become a Subscribe Star member, a Patreon member, get patches, entries into the friend drawing, etc. Or a channel member, gets exclusive stuff through that. I don't know what it is, but you get little icons after your name and stuff like that. So go on over to tympistolproject.com and help support the channel and just subscribe and make sure you hit select all for the notifications. You probably won't get them, so keep checking because we're a restricted channel, but it's worth a try. With that being said, let's get to the questions here. What is today's date? Today is the 14th. Okay. We got Randall Smith weighing in. And he said he paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, a civil war would require two sides to agree on something. This republic is broken, and I wish I had a solution, but I don't. Not sure that there's anything better than what we call America. Who's your Viking? That's not how you weigh in on shooting shit. I swear. You people like herding cats. Put that in the wrong spot. You should have done that through YouTube. And you can pay your $2 tithe through YouTube. It does count. Phil will give you credit for that. Jason Thompson chimed in. That's Officer Tater Hater and says, Izzo said cops need longer jail sentences and death penalties. I say that the only way to change things for the blue is the big, huge acorn of tadpole. No. I do think top cops should often get stiffer penalties because they're supposed to be better. And if you're supposed to be better and you take advantage of that, the leeway you're given, well, then you should be punished more strictly, more harshly. So I kind of agree with that. Kind of. I can't say I definitely, but, maybe. Samuel White chimed in. He even got some entries into some giveaways and says, here is for the axe. Thanks, Yankee. Right now, people go out to get entries or else what's his face is going to walk away with it because he's got most entries. Soulless Ginger. We can't let a ginger win. That'd be worse than John Heasley winning. Let a ginger win. Ugh. You better get me my axe. Hail Phil, said Donald Walkie. It's sitting right over there, but it ain't nobody's other than mine yet. I mean, I bought it just to have it. I don't think I've even shot it. I will do a video on it, shooting it to show it before I give it away. I always do. I do like a safety test. But the only reason I'm going to give it away is because I want the one with the brass receiver. Because all mine over there have brass receivers except for the case hardened receiver on my Chiappa one. So, but all my Henrys have brass receivers except for one, and I can't stand that. It's driving me crazy. So I'm giving that one away, and hopefully I'll someday be able to buy myself the brass receiver one. Maybe with my tax refund, I'm getting money back from the government for the first time in years. That's because we earned so little last year for pets and vets, and I had to put my own money in, so it got me a little bit of a tax break. That's not a great thing, but I'm looking at the positive. I'm getting a tax break, a tax refund. Ralph Oakley says, "Gonna win the axe with one entry just to piss everyone off." That would piss people off, I think. That would piss people off. I agree. Stephen Sharp said, "If you needed to carry semi-auto, would you go with 9 or 40 or 10? Well, I mean, if it was perfect world and I was choosing a semi-auto to carry, it'd probably be a 10 millimeter because that's the most powerful. But I am right now going from revolver down to a semi-auto for the cold weather. And it's because the cold weather is making my hands hurt. I went out and shot yesterday or the other day at the range, 2 rounds out of my carry gun. I was like, yeah, I'm done with that. That stinks. So if I want to be able to practice with my carry gun during the winter, I'm going to carry something that doesn't sting so bad. So I'm switching to my 9 millimeter gun. I had to order holsters for it. I just got me some grips for it so it'll match my car, red and black. So it depends. If it was like perfect circumstances, 10 millimeter. If it's because I need to cater to my own shitty body, well, 9 millimeter. Let's see here. All right. Let me get back to who was that? That was Ralph Oakley. Or was that Stephen Sharp? Ralph Oakley was the one before. Oh, that was Stephen Sharp that asked me that question. That was the last super chat we got. So I got all the super chats. Let's go over and see if we got any emails coming in. That was for the order. Message me after the chat tonight, please. I think I might need an adult. I might be getting sexually harassed here. Oh, that's something way different we can talk about. But let's see here. Okay, yeah. Frank Rodriguez sent me a picture of some giant skeletons. Let's see. He just sends weird pictures. I don't know what it is. He likes to send weird pictures. I saw some Halloween decorations today, and these skeletons were 12 feet tall. I've seen those. There's a house down in town that has those. They're huge, and they've got the dog too. So they must be like a Home Depot thing that everyone is seeing, because I've seen them. Everyone's buying, I should say. Let's see here. I want to do something every night. My son and myself are both Patreon and Subscribe Star. I really enjoy it, and I push to get people to join me when I'm out and about. I am going to get more entries on the axe. I saw that you did today. So, where we at? This is an email from a nominal snowman on an impulse buy he got. Hey, where's it at? I thought I just opened it. Hold on. Nope, there it is. Yes. Okay, share. Impulse bought an 1887. Haven't shot it. It's clunky. Don't like the angle on the buttstock. Might recut it. Slides down even when shouldering it. Yeah, I don't like sleeping that back in. Look at that. And I've noticed that's on a lot of these older style guns. It doesn't have any cup for your shoulder. And if you actually had a cup for your shoulder, here's the thing though. If this was cupped for your shoulder right here to where it actually went in your shoulder well, Well, then this gun right here is going to be about level with, about an inch above your eyebrows. So that's the worst thing about them. I remember, believe me, shooting SAS, I've shot a few of those, and it's like, if you get it on your shoulder, you're like, well, I can't, my eyeball's right behind the back of the gun. It's like, unless you're shooting at the ground. If you're shooting at the ground in front of you, you can probably get a sight picture. But other than that, it ain't so easy. Was this? This is Matt Anderson chiming in here. He said, need to place the 1X prism far back. Does this optic throw you off? Not particularly. I mean, I've seen optics on, not everybody's the same size, same height, or anything, so it'd be different for every person, but no. And also, if your vision's a little different, a little bit difference in space is good for some people's vision looking through something. I mean, that's not an optic you put your eyeball up against, so you got a lot more leeway. I think I understand what he's asking me. I don't know. I'll pretend like I do, even if I don't. Let's see, were there any more emails? I think that's... oh, yeah, we got something from... there it is right there from John Heasley. Emails are a little harder to find sometimes, but there we go. Especially when I'm not on the right email. I need to get on the right email. There we go. All right. There's a picture of his patches. There's his two new ones, Every Second Matters and the Eeyore. That's a nice patch. I love the pink on it. I'm glad they went with the pink background. I really like the pink. And he got a Every Second Matters patch. All right, that gets us up on all the emails. And I think we're still caught up on all the supers. Make sure. See if it loads. Nope, we got Micah D chiming in. Micah D chimed in and said, 40X, got your package today. Yay, got my Revolution patch. Thought it was supposed to be the holdout knife, but got second fin bear. Oh, did I send the wrong one? I thought there was one package I might have put the wrong fucking knife in. I'll send another one. Might as well. Yeah, I fucked up. And no Patreon or Subscribe Star patches. I thought I already sent the Subscribe Star patch. I sent those to everybody who asked for. Patreon, what will you do for Patreon? I thought you already had those patches. Maybe that was in the package you got lost. That might be what that was. That's probably why you didn't got those. Well, send me an email with what you're still missing, and on my next round, I'll send those out again. You know the email. All right, let's get to the live chat. Oh, wait, we got a super chat over here, too, that I needed to answer. P-Gar says, I love the Henry Axe. I'm a big fan of Impractical Firearms. I'm a Kel-Tec fan. Well, that's not Impractical Firearms. That's crappy firearms. You're a big fan of crappy firearms. But you can still be an Impractical Firearm fan, too. And I still kind of like Impractical Firearms. Like, I like the Bond Arms, the Bullpup. It's impractical. There's no reason for that to be. But it's cool. And I like the idea of the axe. It's just that it doesn't have the brass receiver. It's the original one that's got the black receiver, the blue receiver. So I'm not happy. My OCD is like, that's the wrong one. I thought you might like this cartoon. Let me share that real quick. I guess he got his exterminate, or not exterminate, but his We Are the Superiorly Armed Beings mug. Although he didn't send a picture of the mug. Just said, thought you might like this cartoon from Instaface. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure extermination. Yes, that's cute. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I grew up on the Doctor Who on PBS, Tom Baker. That was some high entertainment to me. That was some of the best. And then we got James Howard became a new channel member. So welcome, James Howard. He's joining my members in my WAP. All you members in my WAP. So everybody scooch over, make room. Let him slide in there. Get him good and greased up. Can you make an Eeyore shirt? I promise I will buy one. Eeyore shirt. I already have Eeyore shirts. There's already 2 or 3 different Eeyore designs over there. What are you talking about? I already have Eeyore shirts. Those are not. And the fact that you haven't bought them means you ain't going to buy them because they're already there. If you ain't bought them yet, then why would you buy them now? Well, or a new one, I guess. And he's not specifying, so he's just assuming, just wanting an Eeyore shirt. And I've got the Eeyore Guns Make Me So Happy, just like the patch we just showed. I've got the Eeyore Kindness and Shotguns, and I got the Eeyore Fuck Your Red Flag Laws. They're all over there. Here, I'll show people. Hold on. I can share the window here and show everybody. Where's my Shopify page? Where do I go to get to this? I think, hold on. Oh, here's where I go. I got it linked. Why am I? Yankees, there it is. Yankees Swag Bag Bonanza. That's where I need to go. All right, let me share this real quick, and I will show you that I've got Eeyore designs. I think it shows up if I just say Eeyore. Yeah. See, there's the Eeyore Guns Make Me So Happy, just like the patch, which I did draw that. There's the Eeyore Fuck Your Red Flag Laws. And you see he's holding a different gun. He's holding a shotgun there. And in this one, he's holding an AR. But then there's also what's that one called? I think it's Kindness and Shotguns. Yes. There's also the one, a little consideration, a little thought for others that makes all the difference. And then if that fails, shotgun. In other words, be nice to people. Things will work out. If not, shoot them with a shotgun. But yeah, see, there's Eeyore designs over there. All right, let me get back to the chat here to make sure we're all caught up on everything. Boom. Mikey D was the last one, I do believe. So we're caught up there. We are. Now I will get it. Wife saw the patch and told me to ask. Well, see, yeah, it's already on shirts over there. I think I've got that one. The Guns Make Me So Happy, but I like the Fuck Your Red Flag Laws. But you should get her the Guns Make Me So Happy. Get you the Fuck Your Red Flag Laws. And then you got one holding an AR and one holding a shotgun with very different sentiments. Let's see here. Let me get over to the live chat. We got all the emails. See how far up I can go. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. Idaho, top state for economy. No, Idaho does not have the top economy. California is the 4th largest economy in the world. So Idaho is not the top economy in the United States. They might be having the biggest growth right now, but they're not the top economy by any measure. Where are we at? California was once a red state. Vermont and Maine voted against FDR multiple times. Now Vermont is left wing. That's because people change, the parties change their principles. It's like a lot of the Republicans in the South used to be Democrats. And then the Democrats backed desegregation, and they said, well, we're not Democrats no more. Which cryptid do you think is most likely to truly exist? Do aliens count as cryptids? Because there's probably aliens. I don't think they've ever come here, but there's probably not any that are capable of coming here, because most species probably drive themselves to extinction if they're anything like us before they ever develop technology to travel interstellarly. But and if they did, if they had that ability, why would they want to come here? I don't know, what would we have to offer them? But except bad ideas. So I think if aliens count, then aliens. If aliens don't count, well, then probably Bigfoot. At least I hope Bigfoot exists. I love to think he does. I really, really love to think he does. Really, really, really. I'm doing my Twiggy again. The Supreme Court rejected Alex Jones' appeal against the $1.4 billion judgment. I guess the Adolf mustache didn't work for him. No, it didn't work for him. I was like, what a desperate plea for attention that was. Got to get in the headlines. Got to get people listening to me. 2.5 million North Carolina residents just got a $6.5 billion in medical debt eliminated. That's not bad. I didn't read about that. That's good, I guess. It depends on what they mean by that. Did they file bankruptcy? Is that how they got their debt eliminated? Because they filed medical bankruptcy? I don't know. You need more to that story before we know what it means. Going to community college, thinking about going to IU, sick of the anti-college movement. Are social science and non-STEM degrees useless? You recommend psychology? No, I don't recommend psychology. The only reason to go into psychology is if you want to figure out what's wrong with you. You're not going to make money at it. It's not a big, unless you're going to be a psychiatrist, you can make money as a psychiatrist. And apparently psychologists can make money if they're in the right environment. Like, look at Dr. Phil. He made a fortune. He's not anything other than just somebody with a psychology degree. He's no doctor. I have a better education than he does when it comes to psychology. He only has his bachelor's and an honorary doctorate. He didn't even ever get a master's degree. He got one given to him, but he never actually earned one. So what was the question? Oh, yeah. You won't make money in psychology unless you're in a certain field. Like if you live in California and you become a hippie marriage counselor or drug counselor to the stars or life coach, that's about the only way you can make any money with a psychology degree. Nothing I have was earned with my psychology degree. Well, I can't say that because we bought our first house. I was working as a psychologist and then fixed it up slowly. But it was, the house was like $96,000. It was back when houses were still affordable. Where was we got a new Soulless Ginger. I made an order a week or so ago. 2 shirts, magnet, and sticker. Why is it being shipped piece by piece? Still have, because different people make them. And, when you order through a big thing like Pretify, there's not one big building making everything. It's a bunch of smaller providers working through one central hub, and they all mail from their own location. So it comes at different times from different places. I'll have to look. If it's been a week ago, you should have it. Let me look and see where we're at on stuff. Soulless Ginger. Oh, it says everything's delivered. Wait, does this say delivered? Let's see. I see the stickers. Let's check the shirt. Your package has been delivered October 14th, 2025, 6:45 p.m. So your package is delivered, but they all come from different places. They don't come from the same producer. If you order a shirt, it comes from a t-shirt shop. If you order a mug, it comes from people that do mugs. If you order a sticker or magnet, it comes from people who do stickers and magnets. Not a lot of diversity in most manufacturers these days. There's no money in it, so they tend to specialize. Does soulless ginger need to say soulless? Aren't all gingers inherently soulless? Yes, if you believe in souls, the one thing we can agree on, even if some of us don't agree with them, don't believe in them, and some people do, one thing we can agree on is if they are real, gingers don't have them. That we can agree on. We're almost out of time here. Indiana University is a good school. Also, friend got an air rifle scholarship and is going to Olympic LA 2028. Also, Olympic 2024 Paris person in my town won bronze rapid fire pistol. Well, that's good. Clearing a fence line of multiflora. If you don't know what that is, imagine a beautiful rose had a bastard child with a terrible hook. That doesn't sound like fun. I used to hate clearing fence lines because one bad thing about me is I'm not allergic to poison ivy or poison oak. So I often got the worst part of going and clearing fences because they're like, you don't get poison oak, you do that section. So, and that was usually the worst, most briary section. So wasn't fun. Was not fun. MP, whoops, I just jumped me to the bottom. MP2522, also Bond Arms, 40 cal pistol, carbine, rifle, bought fireworks for Halloween, illegal in my state. Okay, I don't know what most of that is asking even. Republicans once had college educated vote. They lost it. Yeah, they don't get any college educated people anymore. Except for the extremely wealthy. Extremely wealthy people that vote Republican are usually college educated. But it's uneducated males that elect almost every Republican. Any species that got smart enough to travel interstellar distances will take one look at us and say, hell no, and wouldn't land here. Yeah, why would they come here? And plus, they'd be able to view us from such a distance, we'd never know they even saw us. We broadcast everything into space, they'd be able to pick up all that and see everything about us. Why would they even need to come here? Ooh, a little busy. Have you tried any of the Canics? I mean, I've tried them, yes. I haven't owned any, but I've tried them. I've bought some because some of the people who won like friend gun or friend gift certificate have requested them. So I bought some, but never owned any. There's a new comic book called Predator Kills the Marvel Universe. That's ridiculous. Even 100 Predators couldn't kill the entire Marvel Universe. No, they couldn't come close. But there's also Punisher kills the Marvel Universe, and Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, and Wolverine kills the Marvel Universe. It's a very popular topic, storyline, I guess. It can be entertaining, but it isn't realistic, that's for sure. And in those things like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe or Wolverine kills the Marvel Universe, it requires that these really powerful characters be completely incompetent and the things happen in a way that they would never, ever actually happen. So, yeah. They're usually not the best stories. Homesteading with Soulless Ginger said, I just checked my porch. They put it behind my planter pot, so I didn't see it. I'm highly allergic to poison ivy for the fur babies. Well, if anybody wants to get Soulless Ginger, throw some poison ivy at him. Hell, I'm not allergic to it, so I could just rip it out of the ground and throw it at him. So if we ever go hiking together, I'm going to be throwing poison oak and poison ivy at you. I'll just be grabbing it and rubbing it all over your body. Oh, no, I probably don't want to do that. It just occurred to me that has a real downside to it. So probably don't want to do that. How pissed would a predator be killing Deadpool over and over and he just won't stay dead? Yeah, I mean, how would he do it? And plus the predators, everybody talks about they're an honorable species that likes combat. I'm like, no, they're not. They come in and they attack people that have much lower levels of technology or animals that have no technology, and they kill them with advanced weaponry. I'm like, that's nothing tough about that or honorable about that. They don't go to places where these people actually have a chance of beating me. I'm going to fight them. No, they pick weak targets and slaughter them. There's nothing honorable about a predator. Sorry, that whole culture is based on big game hunting, and big game hunting in a way with the least risk to you as possible, just the illusion of risk. So it's like when they were the Americans in the first Predator. What risk was he at? None of those characters could kill the Watcher. He's not on Earth and he's omniscient. Yeah, but they did kill the Watcher in that whole Original Sin or whatever it was storyline where where Nick Fury shot and killed the Watcher, stole his eye, which is like, Watchers aren't even really corporeal beings. They can exist as pure energy. Shooting one would do nothing. But, it was important to the story. So it makes no sense. It's stupid. It's bad, but they do it. But we're out of time. Let me make sure we're all caught up on the supers. Let me get over here and click. Let me see if we got enough interest to do the patch drawing. We also got another person entered here. Michael C3PO said, if you were a candidate for president, never would be, bony, uncut, closeted skeletons don't exist. Without any lies, what would your platform be? Well, my platform, if I was going to run for president, I had to have actual platform. Well, the platform would get me unelectable because my platform would be, we need to get money out of politics. Every American voice needs to be equal to every other American voice. And I would also let's get back to understanding science and respecting science. So both of those things would get me to where I'd never, ever be elected. So in other words, I'd have an unsalvageable campaign because those are the things I would run on. And more independence, people being able to take care of themselves a little better, and understanding that, yes, when we come together, we can help each other better, but you still have to be prepared for the times when it's just you. So those would be my platforms, and those wouldn't be popular with anybody. But that's it for today. I think, well, let me count the people, I guess, if we need to do the drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9. I said 10, right? So we don't do the patch drawing, but everybody still gets their entries and everything. So that's it. We're just not doing the drawing for the patch because I've started putting limits on what I'll give these away for. But thanks everybody for coming. I do appreciate it. I will see you all again tomorrow. Actually, I counted wrong. There's only 8. I counted a $2 there as an entry. Any special, especially foreign money? Well, foreign money is supposed to be tightly regulated, but they did away with most of those regulations, and they did away with the offices that enforce those regulations. So that's why you occasionally see someone being charged with being an unregistered foreign agent, because they find out that, that American organization that says that they're heavily invested in Canada, in the Northwest and everything else, who are laundering money through Canada, is actually coming from Saudi Arabia. So they go, you're still a foreign agent, even though the money's been laundered 3 times before it gets to you. It's still laundered money, and you're still pushing the agenda of a foreign country. But we've kind of gotten away from enforcing that. But thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it. Especially thanks to people who help support the programs we run, help keep the channel rolling. I bought merchandise. If you haven't bought some merchandise in a while, you need new t-shirts. You better go get your stuff before Halloween comes. Better get your Waddle shirt before Halloween comes. And there's other Halloween stuff over there. There's the ghost guns with Casper and everything. Go get those. I'm surprised they haven't got me on copyright for that one. But thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all again later. Until then, remember, always care. They haven't got me on the King of the Hill ones yet either. Those are still available. That's surprising to me too. But as I said, thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all again tomorrow because we're here every day. Until then, remember, always carry and be safe until I see you again. I screwed that up, but you know what I was saying.